One way that we're gonna work this week is we're gonna talk about elevating our partner and forcing them to post. And this is just good knowledge. Whenever somebody's in full defensive mode, this is the best position. Completely curled into a ball. You guys know this is the fetal position. What this is good for is I'm protecting all my vital organs by bringing everything in and protecting my soft spots. Protecting the back of my head, you can, sustain some punishment in this position. The most vulnerable that you can possibly be is like this. You guys see? Now there's nothing protecting my soft spots and I'm just wide open. So in jiu-jitsu, when somebody's in like this, they're really defensive. Our goal is to force them into a situation where they're completely spread out. If their arms are spread out, I can attack the arms. If their legs are spread out, I can attack their legs. And if their head is up, I can attack their neck. The butterfly guard is good for exposing all three of those different areas. So let's walk through it with the elevation. I'm starting here, and you can pick a couple different grips. The most basic one, if you're new, just go 2 hands in the armpits as you're learning this. The idea is my feet are inside my partner's legs. I'm gonna get my grip. I'm gonna scoot my butt in by kind of lifting my hips, scooting myself underneath my partner, and then I'm gonna load my partner up on top of my hooks. When I get to this moment, his center of gravity is right over my legs. I'm gonna take whatever grip I have, I'm gonna throw it above my head and lift my hooks. And post your legs. And you guys see where I got Chris. You go to off balance your partner, which is what we're gonna work today. Their weight hits the mat. Their natural reaction is to rebound back to where they were. When they do, I'm gonna catch a double underhook grip. 1, 2. On the rebound, I catch, forward shift. My goal here, hands high in the base of the neck. My elbows are flared out. I'm pulling him in. A good test is if he can get his arms back. Get your arms back. He can't. If I'm loose, you guys see how he can get his elbows in? I go to load him up, his hands hit. What you gotta get used to doing, guys, is look how high I'm already reaching. Whenever I get in, my hands are basically coming up behind the back of their head. And then from here, I can choose kind of how I wanna lock. I can lock palm, S grip, or I could even, as he comes back down, I could go double shoulder grip. And these are all variations of double unders. Today, we're gonna keep our hands locked because this sweep that we're gonna do requires strong locked hands. But what you need to understand is whenever you get your partner's arms up in this position, the lower your hands are, the more space he's gonna have to get out. So as I load my partner up, it's all about you setting this up on the way. Look, 1, my elbows are already flared, and then I'm coming and catching where I can. Now as I forward shift, we end up right here. Try to get your arms back. Look guys, see how I can keep his elbows up and around my shoulders? That's because I'm not relaxed here. Whenever I grab, I'm flaring. The worst thing you can do, guys, is go back to your back before you try to sweep him. Right now, he's loaded directly up into my center of gravity. He's directly on the middle. Now I have to use effort and energy to try to off balance him into one side. I always have a side favored that I like. I prefer my left side. Whenever I go to sit in and sweep my partner, I'm gonna fall to that hip. So if my legs are kind of extended, which is where they are at the end of that forward shift, I'm gonna scoot back in and fall to my hip. You guys see? I'm on my hip. If he was posted out, his legs out, let's rewind, post your legs out. We're here. His arm can't post, I start to elevate this hook and I take my partner over. Now, once you end, you're gonna be in a position where you have both arms above their head. If you wanna try your arm bar, just control their head. You're right in a position to go for your arm bar.